the poor barber industry, the poor barber industry. You guys have no idea what's coming. You guys have no idea what is coming, right? But everybody, this is what I've learned this last year, right? None of these companies have any clout in China, right? It 100% matters about your connections in China. And none of these people have any clout. They have no clout at all. Even Babyliss, right? You'll see the Clippers get worse and worse and worse and worse. That's because they don't pay the staff well enough. They don't pay the staff well enough. For the people who made their original Clippers have left. So you can believe it or you can not believe it. You can say whatever you want, but the people who made the tools that you love, the classics, the ones that you think are GOATs or groundbreaking, they work for me now. And they have made tools that are out now on the market that we sell. And what is going to happen? What is going to happen over the next 2-3 years is going to be biblical. Is going to be the greatest transfer of wealth from corporation to barbers ever that you've ever seen. It will never, ever, ever, ever be topped. So I'm hearing a lot of people doing snarky comments about the play, right? Little bitches, little people who and I'm done. I'm done even confronting people anymore because I've realized that the barber industry are all rats. You are all rats. Every single person, right? Every single person who has ever in the industry who spoke shit about me in public or made snarky comments about or bitchy comments about what a clipper is, what a clipper is, has once spoke to me in private and sucked dick. They have all sucked dick. Dude, I can't believe what you do. It's awesome what you're doing. Blah blah blah. Fucking all the guys from Tune 45 used to suck my dick in private. Bossio used to go on live going, T-Pub's a genius. He's a genius. Santana used to ride me on WhatsApp. He used to ride me. It's awesome what you're doing, man. I love what you're doing against the big guys, against Gamer and all this. You no idea how much you used to ride me, right? And all these little worms you see, they've all rid me. They all wish they were me. And this isn't me being arrogant, right? Ask yourself this. If someone said to you, you can stop your job today, right? And instead of your job, you're going to run a company that makes 30 million in revenue this year. You'd all quit your job in a heartbeat. So don't pretend this shit. I just want to get this thinking like, I watched an interview with Jason Derulo the other day, and he went, how much is the most you've made in a year? And he said 30 million. So let that sink in, that your man is making as much as Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo's best year, right? And that's not quite computed into my head. I don't live like that. I really don't live like that. I mean, I stay in nice places, but I don't look at me. I'm not fucking look at what's on my skin and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not like that. I'm not a rich person, and I don't act like a rich person or behave like a rich person yet. Maybe I will in the future, but I'm just trying to get this into your head, the reality of what actually happens in real life. Right. So once we've got that, so don't let any of these people kid you that anything is a different way. This has never been done before independently. In any business thing you're doing, you've all seen. Look at American Gangster, right? The movie, right? American Gangster. What's Frank Lucas do? He flies over to the jungle in Thailand. He meets the guys who make it. He gets it for a cheaper price. He finds his own way to get it over into the busiest market, and he undercuts everyone. And he makes a fortune. And someone in the comments is going to be like, yeah, Frank Lucas was a rat, though. Like, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is that is how it works. And that's exactly what's happened now. So if any of you, there are a single second, think these dickheads with big companies, with shareholders, are even touching touching the type of bread that you get doing it independently, getting it from the source with no fucking board of investors and no people and all these thingies taking a look, but you are out of your tiny little mind and you have no idea what is about to happen. And you've seen already the play, my first release. That's my first like clipper that I've taken and released, right? And people are still making excuses like that. The best clipper of all time. Let's just be fucking real. It's a what Magic Clipper and the Senior, right? They're the best clipper of all time. There's no Gamma. There's no fucking Babyliss. There's no nothing like that. The best clipper of all time is the Magic Clip and the Senior, and the play is better at doing what the Magic Clip and the Senior does. That's it. There's no punchline. I thought there was a punchline. I was thinking, where's the punchline? But there's no punchline. It's better at doing what the best clipper of all time does. It's a better shape. It sounds better. It cuts better. And people still making excuses like, oh, it's just like this. Oh, it's not got as much power as the StarCraft. And you, it's not this. It's not this. You do not have a clue what you're talking about. And I invite anybody to please take apart any clipper at all. Take the motor, take the battery. And tell me what's different about every. I'll tell you one thing. Right? So the same motor is shared by Babyliss, the XO clipper, the X clipper, the Coco clipper, the Cyborg clipper, the Saber 2 clipper. They all have the same motor. Some of them have the same battery. Some have a shitter battery because the body's shorter, so it has a shorter battery. They're all the same. So if they're all the same clipper, I really want to know, like, is the XO the same as the FX1? Is it? Is the XO the same as the Cyborg by Gamma? Is it? I don't know. You tell me. Is the Gold FX the same as the what's the other one? There's the Shorty by Gamma. They're all the same clip because they all have the same motor. The same fucking motor. Motors look the same unless you paint them a colour, which some people do. I mean, some people will have painted motors a colour. You can write anything you want to paint whatever you want on a motor. In fact, I might paint one slime green. In fact, that's a great idea. But I'm just trying to point out to you, like, you sound like a dickhead. You sound like a dickhead. Every clipper is supposed to be a certain thing, right? The play is supposed to be exactly what it is. People are saying, "But the blade's cut soft." The blade is supposed to. Everything on that clipper is supposed to be exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's set to the way it's supposed to be, so it runs the way it's supposed to be, so it doesn't get hot. So it's your all-round clipper to use all day, every day. And if you think I'm that stupid, like if any of you think that I am dumb, so dumb that you don't know how to turn RPMs up on a circuit board, or we don't know how to make a clipper have more RPM. Like, are you out your fucking mind? I know exactly what I was doing because sometimes barbers don't know what they want. You have to show them what they need. And this is the difference. So you're going to buy, this is what they'll do. They'll buy a clipper. They'll buy a clipper that's, 11,500 RPM. They'll think, oh, that's what I want. But then they'll get it in the shop, cutting the clients, and they'll be on their ear. Or, oh, that's a bit hot. Or annoying everyone, breaking, having to charge all the time because the battery don't last long enough. And then they find out, fucking hell, this is not what I want. But then they get something like the play. They're like, well, it's not got as much RPMs as you're thinking. But then they start using it. Or even the Magic Clip, they start using it day to day. And they're like, none of my clients have complained. It never got hot. The battery hasn't run out. This is light. This is very ergonomic. I've enjoyed my whole day cutting. And that is the money. That's where the money is. Like, you guys on here, all you reviewers, no disrespect, don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not, I know you're thinking, Bill, I've used all the tools. I know what I'm talking about. you know specs and you know like what makes a good haircut and stuff like that. But you're talking deeper than that. You're not thinking of the broader picture. I always say this, right? When I make a clipper or do anything, I think of Sally in Wisconsin. Fat Sally. She's 35 years old. She's got 3 kids and she's a cosmetologist. Can she get my clipper and use it without any problems? What's the answer? If the answer is yes, it's a good clipper. Can she get a Stylecraft Instinct and use it without any problems? No, she'd hate the thing. This is way too hot, way too low, way too much power. She'd hate the thing. So it's a bad clipper. Might be a good clipper to a niche audience, but it's a bad clipper on the broader thing. Like what's better? It's like anything is better if everyone uses it. There's more powerful computers than the MacBook. Everyone still uses the MacBook because of the way it operates, the way it makes you need to think about this on a deeper level. Like the Play absolutely nailed it. The Play trimmer absolutely nailed it. The Play shaver will absolutely nail it. All in that thing. But then anybody can buy that clipper and have a good experience with it. It's not for Titor in fucking New Jersey who only has clients with thick hair and only does lineups all day. It's not for that. You can use it, but it's not just for that. It's for everybody. So, with that being said, like, you guys thinking it's done. You guys thinking it's done with the Play. Like, I haven't got a million other things up my sleeve. The Play's just the beginning, bro. It's just the beginning. The Play's a classic. Do you know how many Plays sell every day? I sell hundreds of Plays every single day. Every single day. So there's a new person finding out how good it is. Every day. Well, there's hundreds of new people, but you need to understand that what is happening. It's only a matter of time before the whole and I will not start overcharging. I will not put the prices up. In fact, the prices might come down. You never know. I mean, if they try and I've heard that Babyliss are going to try doing some cheaper clippers. They can't make profit on that. So what they're going to do, they're going to have a race to the bottom. There's too many people involved, so they're going to make clippers at a loss to compete with me, which they can't do because I could always do the model where I don't do any sales anymore. So if I say, fuck this, no more sales, no more discounts, no more discount codes, we'll just set the price at $80 instead. What would you do then? Charge 70? You can't compete with me. So please just don't start. So yeah. New releases coming soon. You know the go. But I've got a big. I'm telling you, the small clipper game is gonna get zipped up. The vector motor thing is gonna get zipped up. Everything is gonna get zipped up. Hopefully in 2025, maybe in 2026. But there will be no reason for any of this anymore. And what you've got to understand is this whole business model and way of thinking. This is what innovation is. Innovation isn't I made a different light on this thing. That's not innovation. That's someone just saying, can we do this factory? And they're like, yes, and that's not innovation. Innovation is changing the way the whole of barbering operates. It's changing everyone's perception of the way tools should be, the way the prices should be, and the way they should feel, and what we're actually looking for in a barber tool. And that's it. That's it, really. So, any of you people going against me, please understand that I'm a normal, what's it called? Poor person, I guess. I was a normal, just working class barber like you. I used to charge £13.50 for a haircut, and I had this idea for a page. It kicked off, and now I've decided to change the clipper industry. I'm TPOB. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, baby.